Hey folks, welcome back to another Pawn Master video, and today let's talk a bit about the holiday unit. So let's do this again, right? Because we actually got one pretty spot on, as spot on as you could probably be, because again, the DNA is very, they like to throw a lot of curveballs with these seasonal units, or just units in general. Generally relatively hard to predict any of these, but we actually got one last time, which is Iris, right? I think I even said like Poison Zone Iris, and maybe even Naganadel Poison Zone. I don't exactly remember what I said, but we definitely said Iris and Poison Zone. I don't, and then that I'm pretty sure I mentioned Naganadel. I don't remember if it was with Iris, but yeah, maybe I said like Naganadel with like Celine, but like we got like basically one unit down. Right, so let's see if we can do that again this time. So we'll start to have to like narrow down things and try to look for patterns as DNA constantly breaks patterns, right? I mean, look, last year we got a pretty big pattern broken, which is generally seasonal units, right? The pairs fairly from different regions each, and then boom, last year holiday we got two from the same region, right? Two Galar units, right, with Nessa and Leon, which again never happened before, so who knows, they're probably gonna break the pattern somehow this time, which is why probably you just get one. Maybe. So okay, so first let's look at the holiday units that we've had before, right? So we had Rosa, Seabold, Erica, Skyla, Leon, and Nessa, and I feel like the interesting one over here is like Seabold, because like of all the units that had like seasonal so far, Seabold might be like the least, nothing against Seabold personally, but might probably be the least popular of all character to get a seasonal, right? I mean, generally seasonals, like there's a lot of pro tags, right? A lot of pro tags. Champions from here, here and there, they get seasonals as well, and then a lot are also like gym leaders, right? Some rivals get it, and then just a lot of gym leaders. Relatively rare for Elite Four members to get a seasonal. Actually, is he the only? Well, maybe Acerola, I guess, if you want to count Acerola. I mean, she is a Elite Four member, but like, or Marnie. Come on, we're not counting the Galarian Elite Four, right? But like, like Elite Four, it's what, Acerola and Seabold? Pretty sure that's it. Right, so that is relatively rare. Would it happen again? It could happen again. I wouldn't say the chances are super high for that, but yeah, I guess the holidays is full of surprises, right? So okay, so look what we had before: Pro Tag, Elite Four, double gym leader, right? And champion gym leader. Again, as you can see, the highest percentage over here has been gym leaders. It's 50% of all holiday units have been gym leaders. So, you go two ways from this. You bet on the percentage, which is high chance of for another gym leader, at least one gym leader at this time, or you bet against it, where it's like, oh, they've already done way too many gym leaders. No way they're gonna do another gym leader, right? So yeah, let's first look at what we've been getting recently in the game in terms of units and maybe alts as well, right? And see what we could maybe get or not get. So I feel like one general decent way of going at it is looking at regions, and obviously most recently we just had a massive drop of Unova characters, right? I mean, Unova Villain Arc dropped a lot of them, and even the month before, which this rarely happens. Like usually before like a region gets like a Villain Arc, they get like a bit of a drought, right? A few months without like getting any characters, and then boom, Villain Arc, they get like 7 characters, right? Unova, that didn't happen for them. They were not in a drought, really. they just kept going, right? Like right before Villain Arc, they got what? They got the Fall Iris, right? And a bit earlier they got Rosanta there as well, so they've been getting like and even like the main characters from the Unit Villark and then Hilda, right? This should be like the fastest, right? To ever get like 2 alts in a row. Like they literally like Summer, Hilda, and Summer, and so it's never 100% because it's Unova. They could always just pump out more Unova characters, but relatively safe to say the chances of it being from the chances of the holiday units being from Unova probably not super high, right? Probably not super high, considering they just got that. Galar chance might not be super high as well because we just got a decent burst of new Galarian units here too, right? And last year's holiday units, both of them were Galarian, so maybe take some points off for that as well for Galar. So what other? I mean, I don't really want to count these because this is just a really just out of nowhere banner. All right, but then before that is the anniversary, which you had Red, you had Ash, which is some Kanto characters, but like again outside of like Red and Ash, we really have not gotten a lot of Kanto characters, almost at all. Let me just make this a bit easier to sort of look at Gasha characters. Because outside of that, they really haven't gotten too much, right? I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, the last Kanto Stumble unit was like New Year Sabrina, right? And before New Year Sabrina was like Kanto Villark. So Kanto actually has not been getting a lot of stuff. So if they want to drop something from Kanto, would make sense, right? So let's just pin that one down. Kanto, solid possibility. And outside of that, what else? We did have obviously the Hoenn Villark as well, alongside with Singsuit Wally a bit later on. So although it's been a bit, but I mean it's been what, 2 months, 3 months, like 4 months. December, 4 months, but still a decent amount of units over here, right? And so I'd say chance of the Hoenn probably not super high either, right? Probably not super high either. And moving back, if we look at the rest of the regions, Johto had a Villark, but it has been a bit, it has been a while. Unless you want to count the evolutions, which if you do, then okay, sure, I guess. Where'd the evolutions go? Do they not count as Gashas? Anyways, oh well, slightly odd. But Johto is possible, maybe. Sinnoh also hasn't had too much. It's only just, the anniversary Cynthia. And then before that, it's like Looker. Which, do you really even want to count him as, like, from Sinnoh? He's like all over the place. Like, technically, his theme skill is Sinnoh. He's Sinnoh, but like, right? So, outside of, the Elite, Sinnoh Elite 4, right? We also have been in a bit of a stretch without too many Sinnoh characters either. So that could also be a possibility. But like, really, the one or I guess 2 regions that had like quite the drought, right? One is Kalos. Kalos had like 1 character in like 2 characters this entire year. It's like SS Arena and SS Karina, right? It's just 2 of them for like, that's basically the entire year. So, and December is where the year ends. So maybe I don't know, at least a third Kalos unit before the year ends, maybe. Possibility. Or the other one is actually Alola, right? Because Alola, when was it really just like Lily? From like back in, when was this? April, I want to say, right? April? Something like that. So, was that the only one here as well? I think it is. I think it is, and it's just like Naomi, which was again not a summable unit. It was like a free, also not like a real character. Let's be real. So yeah, those two regions have not been getting much. Kalos and Alola, although Kalos and Alola are probably two of the maybe less popular-ish, right? At least at the moment. I mean, what is popular in Pokemon changes like from year to year. Like, right? I mean, I want to say what, 7 years ago, it was all about Gen 3, and then like 4 or 5 years ago it was Sinnoh, and then now everyone's it's on Unova, and probably soon Kalos is gonna be in the spotlight back again by internet popularity. But yeah, we'll see, right? Does that mean we're probably just gonna get one Kalos and one Alola unit? Probably not. Probably not. That might be a bit asking a bit too much. But yeah, what if it is though? What if it is Kalos and Alola? What characters could we potentially have? Well, let's look at the Pokemon first, right? In terms of like holiday Pokemon, the first you would generally look at ice types, but do keep in mind we did not get a single ice type holiday unit until like last year, where we got 2. But like before that, none of these were ice types. But ice types is still generally a solid place to start looking for. And again, do keep in mind the 2 real zones, so not like normal, we're still missing is Ice Zone and Rock Zone, right? So could Ice Zone be one of them? And it's been a month without a zone unit, so better get ready for them to drop another one, right? So Ice Zone, real possibility, unless again they actually do like Hisui and they drop like Irida with like Glaceon, and then like that has like Ice Zone. Right, but yeah, let's look at some ice type Pokemon, I guess, right? So I guess a lot of people say Alolan Vulpix, but I don't know, is Alolan Vulpix really associated with like Christmas that much? I mean, yeah, it's an ice type Pokemon, but for some reason I associate it more with like summer. I don't know why. I really do associate Alolan Vulpix with summer, but I mean, I guess, right? Possibly. Galarian Darmanitan Darumaka legitimately can be maybe a bit of a Christmas unit, right? Again, Glaceon, but if it's the Rita situation, right? If they do Sui and they do like a Rita, probably gonna be a Rita and Glaceon, which has nothing to. By the way, if you guys are thinking, oh, could the seasonals be with the Sui Legendary Arceus characters? It's possible, but it's never happened before, right? And not only has no seasonals ever started off with a completely new region, seasonals have not ever, like, no character has debuted in the game as a seasonal, right? Or like an alt in general, except for Sings of Red, right? Sings of Red was, I think, the only one that debuted in the game as, not his normal fit, right? So yeah. What else do we have here? I guess Beartick could be a bit of a, a holiday-ish unit, right? Maybe like a Wolfric alt with Beartick? Could that be possible? Santa Wolfric? The people have been asking for Santa Wolfric, so I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, that's what we had last year, IceQ and it's technically Ice Rider Calyrex, right? But I highly doubt they're just gonna throw this thing out there by itself, even though since we already have Calyrex, right? As for like some other options, what else could there be? If they really wanted to go crazy in terms of just like ice type, if they wanted to like make it like super high, because like last year they had Calyrex, right? I mean, that's a legendary. If they want to throw in like a legendary, they could do it, right? Maybe with like an Articuno or like Regice, but I just feel like Articuno and Regice don't, like, maybe Regice, but Articuno, they could probably use Articuno for like a different, situation in terms of if they want to do something with the Kanto Trio again, give them the 3 birds each or whatever, right? That probably might be a bit more fitting. Delbert, they already did, obviously. I guess Mamoswine is kind of Christmassy-ish, right? Could, I don't know, who could Mamoswine be paired up with? I'm not sure. Ground type. Clay? I don't know. Who else is ground type? Bertha again? No. No one. Look, number one goal of the game, of the company, is to make money. They're not making no money with Christmas Bertha. As much as I like Bertha, they ain't making money with Christmas Bertha, alright? So, yeah, I guess just Christmas Maxi. That would be a sight. Again, it's Hoenn, probably not. They're probably not going to get another Hoenn. Alright, at the moment. Yeah, wow, there really aren't that many ground type trainers on this game. So, yeah. Or they just, I don't know. They didn't, like, seasonal units don't really match that well with Pokemon and trainer-wise. Like, outside of, like, last year with Ice Q and, like, Leon, right? Generally, it really doesn't match that much. And even, like, you could even argue that Ice Q and Calyrex don't really actually match their, you know, Nessa and Leon that much. You could say there's, like, look at them. Like, the first season, we're like, I guess Seabolt maybe with Octillery, but, like, yeah, like, Rosa with Delbert, you had, what, Steven with Alolan Sandslash, right? Yeah, there's a lot of odd ones. There are fitting ones too, right? But sometimes there are also a lot, like Sonia with Shiny Tsarina, right? Bee with Vanillux. So, yeah, Sprint with Chingling. So slightly salty over, but anyways, it's hard to say, right? They could maybe give Mamoswine to a pro tag, right? Like what pro tag have we not seen in a while? The Alolan ones, right? The Alolan ones are, I think, the only pro tags without an all. Like, even Lucas, like, I mean, that has been in the game for a while. So, like, obviously Victor just came to the game, right? But yeah, I'm pretty sure the Alolan ones that don't have any alts that have been in the game in a while. Oh, and Calum, right? And Nate, I guess. But Nate, that's Unova, right? So, Kalos and Alola, both regions that haven't had much in a while, right? Also have 2 or 3 pro tags that haven't had any ults yet. So, might match up pretty well. Could we see a, you know, Christmas Celine and Christmas Calum double pro tags? Have they actually done? Let me see. Have they done double pro tag seasonals before? I don't think they have. So, if they want to do something new, then sure, there's one. Go for it, right? Yeah. Oh, Dawn and Serena. So, yeah, outside of Dawn and Serena, they haven't really done it. Probably they've done it before, so they could do it again. You see how trying to guess these could go, right? There's a lot of arguments for either way, right? Mr. Rhyme could be a legitimate, you know, decent one. Snom, maybe. Right? That could also be a possibility. Any of these? I don't know. They could do like a shiny Abomasnow, or like a Abomasnow with like Mega, right? Because the current one doesn't have a Mega, right? They could do like one with Mega Bomb. I mean, it's the Christmas tree Pokemon, so that's not a terrible one. Sneasel, if they wanted to do like Silver and Sneasel, that would be neat, right, for a seasonal as well. And yeah, I feel like that's generally most of the, in terms of Ice-type Pokemon, that could be holiday-ish. As for some other, like, non-Ice-type Pokemon, right, you maybe have, like, Stantler as, like, a reindeer-ish kind of, you know, thing going on. And if they really want, I guess they could, you know, throw in the weird ear, right, which looks even more Christmassy, honestly, than Stantler does. And yeah, I know it is, you know, it's soon, right? But I feel like and it hasn't been done before, but probably a bit more likely that they, you know, drop a Suin Pokemon first than a trainer first, maybe. Although again, it'd be kind of odd if it's not, with a Suin trainer, but we'll see. But speaking of reindeers, an even more fitting reindeer, Sawsbuck, but like the winter form, right? Comes in the winter form. I mean, just very, very Christmassy, right? Despite not, actually being ice type or whatever. Which again, a lot of these have not been ice types. So, I mean, some Pokemon have been like, like ice type, but not like ice type in the game, right? I mean, Delabird's like ice type, but it's not ice type in this game. Well, it's so hard to say that, but yeah, you guys know what I mean. Why am I on this? But another one, the Christmas tree Pokemon, right? I know, yeah, Brendan already has Sceptile, and I feel like a lot of people will be upset if Brendan does not get Mega Sceptile and someone else gets Mega Sceptile, but it's a possibility. I highly doubt they're just gonna throw in like another Brendan with like another Sceptile and makes it Mega. So, this is not a very high likelihood. Not a very high likelihood, I'd say, but not impossible, I guess. I mean, it just fits the Christmas theme. And speaking of a Pokemon that fits the Christmas theme, if they really want to go crazy here, they can do Jirachi. I mean, it's the wishing star Pokemon. I mean, that's the thing you have at the top of Christmas tree. So they really wanted to throw in Jirachi in there, right? As for who Jirachi could be with, I would have really liked if it was with Wally, but that's probably not going to happen if they're going to drop Jirachi like now, right? Because Wally just got his, Sing Suit thing, right? So probably unlikely. You know who would be very fitting? Lily, but we already had our yearly Lily, so probably not. Calum? You guys see like Calum with Jirachi? I don't know. He gets another psychic type, even though he's not, he's just a pro tag. He's not like a specific type trainer. Although Calum is the rival in this game, though, right? Isn't he? If I remember correctly, in terms of his character setting. But yeah. Anyways, in conclusion, I don't really know, man. There's like so many possibilities, right? In terms of like, there's any like gym leaders that could be, because again, gym leaders are the most likely trainer group to get an alt, mostly because there's a lot of them. There's 8 in each region, minus Alola, but Trial Gamer's close enough, right? So if you want to like look at some gym leaders from, let's say, let's just open Kalos and Alola. Well, for looking at Alola, we'll have to also Trial Givers, right? We don't have, I guess, too many. You know what? Oh, you know what would be a nice one that fans would like a lot? Very popular character. It's got absolutely nothing. Valerie. Valerie could be a really, really big one that they could drop. I would say it's a relatively popular, right? Relatively popular gym leader who's got a terrible, terrible, terrible unit with Sylveon. So, you know what? It would be nice if they just gave us a new Valerie and make this one like actually usable. Like this one, right? What are some other ones? Maybe Grant, and then like he changes up his hair instead of like rocks in them. He has like Christmas ornaments in his hair. Maybe, I don't know. Grant with the Christmas ornaments in his hair. He's not super popular though. But again, we also have like Seabold in there, so it's not saying it's impossible for unpopular characters to get alts. Unpopular characters have been getting alts. It's just maybe not as likely. But like, Grant with a seasonal outfit, man. You know what? If they're not doing that, they should take this idea, man. If any these DNA people are watching, send a suggestion in. Christmas ornament hair Grant. Jesus Christ. I don't know. Santa Wolfric is just so perfect, man. Why haven't they done it yet? So perfect. Or Santa Ramos? I don't know. Just like it's a skinny Santa. Although I would kind of prefer if they stopped doing Santas. Like we've got so many Santas. Like there's so many like other like Christmas stuff they could do. Like have someone like dress up as a reindeer or something with Sawsbuck. Come on. Let's do like Sawsbuck and Mallow. I don't know. Has Mallow gotten an all? Yeah, Mallow's pretty popular. She hasn't gotten an all yet, I think, right? Yeah, maybe. Why not? Why not do it? Who else? Mina, maybe. You know, artsy, very artsy character. Get her in some... Mina and, like, Smeargle? Oh, Mina and Smeargle would be a really nice pair. Really nice seasonal pair, right? Again, seasonals, generally, they don't... You know, a lot of times they pair them up with pretty off Pokemon, right? Mina and Smeargle could be good. Oh, they should do that. They should do that. They should do that. Alright, so yeah, that's I guess most of my guesses for now. Maybe I guess we could look at Elite Fours, which again are very, very, very rare. Do they throw out Elite Fours in there? But let's check. Elite Four champions. Is anyone here getting a Christmas alt? Olivia, maybe? Maybe, right? Mullane? I don't know. What could they give Mullane though? Kahili? Kahili and Articuno. Please don't give Kahili Articuno. What other trainer groups? Rivals. Christmas Glad. Oh, Christmas Hollow. I don't know. I feel like Hollow would be more fitting for like a summer alt. I mean, almost all alone characters would be more fitting for a summer alt. Just because they're from like an island area. Gladian, Holiday Gladian, giving out, you know, gifts and joy. Could you guys see that happening? It's possible, but it'd be also slightly weird to see that. Again, we talked about the main characters. What about villains? No, it's not. I'm not doing villains, man. Have we had any? Have we had any villain seasonals yet so far in this game? I'm pretty sure we haven't, right? I mean, like why though? I mean, although Lysander would also make a decent Santa, maybe a very tall Santa. Let's see, seasonal. Ain't no way you got villains unless you count like N as a villain, which I mean. I would count N as a villain. He's totally a villain. But like villain, like team boss leaders. Oh, I guess he's the king of Team Plasma. But anyways, he's not a real king. Come on. No. Don't have to look at villains. We're good. So yeah. Anyways, let's read this one, I guess. Yeah, this one's tough. I felt like the Halloween. I mean, they're always tough, but the Halloween one, I at least had a bit of feeling, right? That a lot of these would have made a bit more sense, right? But like for holidays, it's just like you either do the obvious holiday unit / Pokemon like Sawsbuck, right? Or whatever, or you just completely just out of nowhere drop us like Holiday Heatmore and Lieutenant Surge out of nowhere, right? Let's I don't know, like who'd have thought, man? Last year, Leon and Nessa, that was really damn, right? that would have been a really tough one to get. So, anyways. Well, that's been this one, I guess. Hope y'all should, again. Long list of possibilities. Long list of possibilities. Would any of them be it? Maybe not. Or, you know what? Option, 78. Don't do holiday units at all this year. Right? I mean, didn't we forego spring units this year, right? We didn't get any spring units. Instead, we got the SC thing. Maybe they could just forego that and do another like SC event, which would slightly suck, but I don't know. I don't like SA event so far. I mean, the Rosa one was alright, but like, the ones like the really elaborate ones, like these guys and the and these, right? It was that was those were long, man. Those were way too long, way too long. The one-off Rosa one was fine, but anyways, yeah, that's been this one. Hope y'all generally guys think in the comments down below. Let me know what you guys think could come up for holiday units, right? A lot of possibilities. Good luck, good luck. Let's see if anyone could actually get one of these. All right, have fun. I'll see you guys in the next one.